Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and I have been here in the CTV Sports studios for a good hour, and we have been organizing ourselves for, I think, is probably going to be one of the best games of the season. I'm gonna cap it right now here. This is welcome. This is our 12 goal. It's a John Sieber Memorial, a big tournament here. Of course, the Sieber family, amazing. I actually grew up around this time of this tragedy for John Sieber. So the family, we have a lot of love, and the Gansey family pushes a lot of love towards this. So the Sieber family has been very, 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 very outstanding and fortunate, and showing up for the finals to represent John. And so we have two teams that are going to start this off. I'm going to go through some of the other teams that are in the tournament. There's 4 teams, but we have Deuce, and they're in the black jerseys. And get ready for this. Santos Bellini on 2 goals at number 1. Justin Daniels on 3 goals, and he will be at the number 2 position. Then we have Grant Gansey on 3 goals and Jason Crowder on 5 goals. This is a well, I'm just going to say a lot of testosterone on the field. This is a very strong team, deuce in the black. But get ready, because Quite on Z, one of the most winning teams here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, especially at the 12-goal level. And Lisa Zeidler will come in. That is a -1, and she is an amazing sponsor. She's mounted to the tees. I've had the opportunity to umpire her, been on the field with her. I've had the opportunity to be on the mic, but bottom line is she is amazing, and she brings a very strong team. Let's go through it. Artemio Figueres on 3 goals. Keep an eye on him. He's on his way. I love this guy. We've watched him grow. Santino Magrini, who's also playing over in the CV Whitney over at the National Polo Center. We're going to talk a little bit about the Deuce. Deuce is playing over there also. And then Lario Figueres will captain the team at 5 goals at the back position. So get ready. This should be a lot of fun. Energy already started here in the first chucker. Remember the 12 goals? Whoa. That was a little tricky there. I'm a little confused why Artemio took that ball back to the inside. We're gonna get the replay on this. This is a tricky play. Keep an eye on. I love what Deuce does here, but Artemio, yeah. Oh, and there's a finish. So I guess Artemio thought he changed the right of way there, but that is an interesting play. Now, listen, I'm a big fan of letting it go. You know that as a professional umpire and analyst. I'm not going to go against that call right there. It didn't look like he moved the ball enough as Jason was coming across. It was kind of a timing play. So it's going to be big, but one thing we do know as Pepe Raja and Santos Archer, he's going to go ahead. They're going to let it play, and I love to see that kind of play. And look at this. Deuce on the move. Little bit of a stumble there from Santos. And we got a breakaway play. Here comes Quite on Z, and unlike when Lario goes forward, Figueres mounted up. Remember, we got a lot of breeding operations out there today. We're going to talk about them. We got the Satai, which is you're going to see a lot of horses from Artemio and Lario, and I'm going to be surprised if some of the horses that the Quite on Z team is playing with Alicia Santino in his group, and of course the Santa Rita breeding operation. And a lot of horses out there, and this is one of them right here. Oh my Lord, my goodness, are you kidding me? Oh, we got to give it up right here because this is a K Golazo. Did he hit a belly shot here? I couldn't tell if he hit a belly shot or a tail shot. This is Santos Bellini, and that is an unbelievable goal. Santos. What a way to start the game. I mean, you got to give it up. I mean, Santos, Bellini, and I told you, get ready. This is going to be back and forth all day long. It's going to be a very competitive game. 12-goal level is the level that I love. I played a lot of it in my day when I played polo, and it's at that level where you get these 5 and 6 goal players that are trying to go to 7 or 8, and then you get guys like this guy right there, Santino Magrini, 4 goals, playing in the high goal, and he's ready to rock and roll. And this kid, you got to watch out. Big shout out to his dad, Matthias, one of the only players that I was actually sucking oxygen at halftime on when I played against him because he was so amazing. So, and a 10-goal player. So congratulations, Matthias. Your kids are playing well. Santino will do a great job at the number 3, but I think Ilario is probably the backbone of the team. And Artemio, he's just one of the guys you got to watch out because he's 3 goals, but he'll play 5. And then Alicia will pull the team all day long. She also plays good defense. So keep an eye on Alicia. On the other side with Santos, they're going to use Santos in the front to pull team. As you can see, that beautiful goal he just scored. And then Justin and Grant. That's going to be where this team rock and rolls in the middle. We'll see how they get it on because Jason will stay in the back and hit the big ball. Here we go. 3 about halfway through here. Justin's going to get a first tap. Nice back shot. Good angle. Going to be double G. Granty on the goal over here. You got to go good control here, Grant. Mounted up to the tees here. Trust me, I know the Santa Rita breeding operation. Well hit here by Grant, but nobody home. And that will adjust as the game goes on because Santino, back here by himself, he's going to take his time, and you're going to get a courtesy change. Good timing on the courtesy change as we talk about it all day long. And I had a lot of people asking me, believe it or not, I had some emails that people were talking to me, and I couldn't believe I got these emails, but they're talking to me about when I brought up about the horse racing. And when we started the courtesy change, which, the brainchild's behind it, when they started it, because it just came into play for me, a lot of people dissed it. A lot of people were negative towards it. I'm not going to lie about it. Let's just talk about it from the start. But horse safety is big. And the opportunity, and I wish I had the courtesy change when I played professional polo. Trust me, I wish I did. And I know I could line up 100 players that played back in the day when I played that would tell you the same thing. And when you start looking at all these horse races, the Preakness, again, Secretariat set the record in 1973. A minute 53. Secretariat, it was 9.5 furlongs. It was a mile and 3/16. A minute 53. Kentucky Derby, a minute, actually a mile and a quarter. 10 furlongs, mile and a quarter. 1 minute and 59 seconds. Secretariat sets the record, 1973. And then you go to the longest race, the Belmont, which is a mile and a half, 12 furlongs, 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Secretariat sets the record, 1973. Now listen, those records have not been beat. and when you look at those numbers and you compare it to the game of polo, it's 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, 6.5 minutes. However you play the game, it's an amazing attribute to the game. So congratulations. I give love to the brainchilds of the courtesy change. And I think the world does too. Took a little time for them to get used to it, but it has made the game an interesting game. Here we go. We got everybody back on them. And remember, everybody on fresh legs. Backed up cleanly here. Santino, good control there. Well done there by Justin, knowing he didn't have line just to get him going. Grant's got to go on defense, and watch out because here comes Ilario. And mounted up. Oh, good ride off there by... Well, that's two breeding operations going against each other. It's a tie against Santarita breeding operation. That's it. I love the gray ponies. I've talked about them a lot that Hilario plays. I got an opportunity to talk to Hilario about the gray horses because he plays about 3 or 4 or 5 of them. They are named after a lot of golfers. And I think actually golf tournaments or golf courses. So it's kind of cool how they name the horses. I know the Santarita breeding operation, they do a lot of that too. Back in the action, here we go. It's picked up here by Hilario. Get you shadowed here, hovering. Santos, well done. That's good D. That's a win championships. Santos. Get in the corner here. Uh-oh, that might be a mishit, and Jason's going to jump all over, and you know what happens on a broken play? Golazo. Got to watch out. I like the thought process here by Lario looking to hit that clean shot here. He's going to get caught in the corner. 4 people on him, and not an easy back shot for Lario. And Jason hovering there. I had an opportunity to interview Jason Crowder as he was preparing for the 12 goal. And he is ready to go. Trust me. I'm just going to leave it at that. The interview ended with, I'm ready to go. And I played a lot of polo with Jason. I had the opportunity to play with Jason in the World Championships, 14-goal FIP, in Australia. And what a player he was. He was 2 goals in on 5 now. Here we go on the move, though. And it's going to be picked up here and controlled. Artemio. Good run. Oh, nice little play by Santino. Magrini. Ooh. They're going to stop. They'll stop it right here. Anytime you get that contact. And let's take a look. Because I'm not 100% sure. And that's what's amazing about the umpires on the field here. And, yeah. Looks like a yellow was on the line there, and Jason's kind of tagging the back of him. Going for the ball, but making the contact. Okay, we're inside the See if they might have to put a little time on the clock here. We'll check that out, make sure we're organized with the studio and the field. It does adjust at times, but we'll make sure we get it organized. So a little more time, or they would have stopped to put that on. So probably inside, probably about a minute on there, guys. Yeah, 30, there you go. Amazing. 30 seconds, 0.5. Well done on the field. And we appreciate that. Great camera focus right there. Open goal penalty 2. It'll be Artemio. Uh-oh. And that's why Toby Wayman and I will probably tell you that is one of the most difficult shots in the game. Just a mishit there. You can see how Artemio kind of topped the ball. It happens. He'll regroup and come back. He's so super strong, trust me. But those are big plays, so he'll regroup. And when we return here for the second chukker, we will have a fair play possession in favor of Deuce in the black jerseys. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for the Sieber Memorial. This is CTV Sports. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, live. Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 1. Stadium Field, if you're in the area, come on over. Stadium's open. Jan Edik Frank, the voice of polo, is live at the field. So we'll have entertainment. Most of the people on the far side today, based on the sun, on field 1. And but that's where we're shooting our cameras from, too, so you can see everything. And I want to point out Juan Bellini Sr., and also the polo school is open and in session. We had a great group this last week. We had the Sunny Hale. They had they came in, and that was kind of cool because they do have a Sunny Hale set up there. And we had some players come in. And it was very set up for the PTF, which we had on Monday. If you missed that, you can go back and check that out with the Young Polo Stars. And we had Skylar, and she was amazing. Her first time playing in competitive PTF polo, and trust me, the PTF has become a whole nother level. It used to be players just learning how to play, and now it's is no different than what you're watching because it is full on, and we'd love to see that because there's nothing like a smile on a kid's face. Here we go. Second chukker of the Sieber Memorial. Thank you for joining us on CTV Sports. I'll go through the teams just in case you're a little late joining us today. Deuce. They're in the black jerseys with Santos Bellini. He's got 1 goal already on day. Justin Daniels, Grant Gansey, and Jason Crowder. He scored 3 goals in the first chukker. And then we have Quite On Z with Alicia Zeidler and Artemio Figueres, Santino Magrini, and Ilario Figueres. Both 12-goal teams. And we're 3-2 here as we start the second chukker. Hold on tight because this is a lot of fun. Grant Gansey. Big ball, but this is something they got to work on here. Nobody's in front, or nobody's got I want to say a leg on the defense. Good play here by Santos. He's recovered a few balls on the long ball. He never got the pass, but he's done well regrouping. Jason, back to Grant. Good job by Deuce. Shot on goal off the pony. Artemio looking for a foul. Let them play. They're moving too quickly. And he was looking because the ball hit his horse, but when they're moving at a pace, they're not going to call that. Good call, non-call by the umpires. Turn and burn. Grailed on by Artemio. Backed up cleanly. Deuce, back and forth. Defensive battle here in the second. Oh, good call. I mean, this is a turn right here. I know Larry's not going to like this, but Grant Gansey, stride and a half out. You count them. Here we go. Watch when he turns. 1.5. That's where you need to be. It's really more 2.5, but when the polo's playing well, and a lot of people talk to me about this because they say, oh, the distances are different. You know, they're calling distance. Well, that happens. You know, in different polo, they're going to call different distances based on the safety and based on the energy of the game. This game is a good game. They got good, strong teams, high goal horses. Even though it's 12-goal polo, this is the top of the line. Every one of these players you will see one day at a high level, 8, 9, or 10 goals. Trust me, every one of them. Sponsors are top bid, and they have the best horses in the world. Open goal, penalty 3, 40-yard shot, Grant Gansey. Ooh. Solo miss by both players. Even Steven. It does happen. We had a little bit of a miss from little topper from Artemio in the first chucker. And now Grant, a little bit off the left. And let me, it's funny. Both these two players are two of the best penalty shooters I've seen in the last 10 years. So they will regroup. Trust me. Here we go. 3-2. Justin, working on the defensive side of the game. Good pickup here. Crowder, back to Gansey. Grant playing in a high goal style. He's got Santos going forward, but they got to work on this. Santos needs to move up a little bit because the defense, and that's Ilario, mounted to the tops. Highest rating is 6 goals, and look at this gray mare run. That is polo at its finest. Can we go coast to coast like butter on toast? Yes, we can, and there it is. Ilario forget us, and they need to adjust. Deuce needs to adjust. Is that Santos needs to move deeper down the field because you cannot let Ilario turn the ball and carry the ball by himself 15 times and then finish. Well done. Great horse. Great polo. Well done, Ilario. They will adjust. Trust me. We're going to get a Kersey change here. That'll bring the equalizer in at 3-3. Now, if you notice on this, and that's why I say coaches are so big in the game of polo. We didn't have. I worked with some coaches back in the day when I was playing. Not as many as today. Most teams have coaches or advisors on the sideline. Watching trainers, everything. We didn't really work that much. They didn't have that going on when I was playing. A lot of trainers at the field, but I did work with coaches, and one of my best coach, I want to give it up, is to Joe Barry in the Barry family. Joe was an amazing coach. He taught me a lot of things off the field and on the field, and to have that stability. Because right now with the Kersey change, and this is one of the things I love about the Kersey change, this is an opportunity for Deuce to adjust. And if they have a coach like I think Bellini is coaching over there, look, I saw Juan on the side, so I'm sure his son's playing with him. So I'm sure, and Grant's like a baby brother to him, and Jason, they're very close with Justin. So he's probably adjusting here because they have a good attack, but there's nobody up there. And so I just need to adjust a little bit. Let's see what happens. Here we go. 3-3. Deuce. Grant. Beautiful horse here. Look at this bay mare. Oh, a little miss hit, but he's got time. He's got time. Well done, Jason. Double team. Artemio, well done, Crowder on the ride-off. Grant on the one hit. Got to go there, got to go. Justin needs to anticipate there. A little late. Picked up by Artemio. Nice back shot by Gansey. On the turn, Artemio coming into the game here. This is a little adjustment by Quite on Z. We haven't seen much of Artemio on the defensive side of the stick. They've done some rotation. Grant. I love it. Oh, wow. What a goal. Double G in the house. And look at Lario. He's saying, regroup, guys. On the replay here, this is just an awesome goal. I mean, Lario wants a foul here. And you know, listen, the way they're calling it, that's a good non-call. First one to the ball. I love it. Man, I've seen adjustments here. I've seen a lot of stuff go on to CV Whitney also. Watch a lot of polo. You know, first one to the ball is pretty much how you play the game when it's safe. As long as everything's safe, those are good non-calls. Here we go. On the move. Good job. Mounts in the air don't work. On the steal, well done. Ooh, I thought he was going to take that around the corner. Well done, Alicia. Getting involved. Good pickup by Justin. Leaves it for Grant. Grant leaves it for Jason. Good communication here. Wow, that's just good communication by Deuce. I mean, everybody could have taken this ball. Watch this. This is great. This is unselfish pole. Justin leaves it for Grant. Grant leaves it for Jason. Everybody goes forward, and Jason puts the nail in the coffin. Well done. That is just good polo. Unselfish polo is the way to work. I love it. I'm going to talk about it all day long. The greatest teams in the world win with unselfish players. That's a perfect example of a beautiful goal by Deuce. On the ball here on the Bolin, it's been kind of even. So the Bolins have not changed the game. Santos, Bellini. Ooh, good ride off here. Well done, Lario. Good D by Jason. Rocking and rolling. Good non-call. On the turn, picked up by Daniels. And again, unselfish polo. Leave it for Jason. And Jason hits the big back shot. Come on, Santos. That's good polo. I love it. Well done. Justin Daniels leaving that ball for Crowder. Crowder hits a good 80-yard back shot. Doesn't leave Santos going down the field. Now they got to recover. And Ilario, beautiful play. Now that ball's going to go out of bounds. And we will get a change of possession. That's going to end the chucker, though. And a good shot of Elisa Zeiler there at the bottom of your screen. Nice to see her back here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. We love the Quite on Z team. Remember, I said they are one of the most winning teams here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. They've won a lot of tournaments. This is going to be a tough game all the way through. Nip and tuck, I would say. Good shot of the whole field there, field one. We'll go to a little break, and we'll be back. Thank you for joining us here for the Sieber Memorial. Welcome back. We're live, CTV Sports, Field Number 1, Grand Champions Polo Club. Let's talk about Deuce. People have been talking about it. Paddle Club opening in West Palm Beach this summer, so keep an eye out for it. Founded by some local friends from Wellington with a strong polo connection. I'll give you a little breakdown on it. 5 double courts. I've never played paddle, but I've seen it on the internet, and I think it's an amazing setup because it's kind of a mix, of different sports. But this is cool. You have 5 double courts, 1 single court, 3,000 square feet dedicated to health and wellness. So you have spa, recovery, wellness services, all the stuff you need, which keep you fit, which is very, very cool. They also have an organic grocer and cafe. It's amazing. We're going to talk more about Deuce. Let's go back to the fair play possession. This ball went out of bounds on the end of the chucker. So at the end of the second chucker, ball went out of bounds. And with that ball going out of bounds, that gave possession to Deuce. So that's why he got that shot right there from the 60 Crowder took. That was a big opportunity. When the ball does go out of bounds, I got to tell you, it's a huge possession in the game of polo, especially when it's around that 60 or 80-yard line. We see a lot of goals being scored. That ball's going to go out of bounds, so well done here by Quidon Z here in the third. They're going to change it up a little bit. We should see some changes on both teams here in the third. I saw, again, Bellini down there coaching everybody. Juan. And like I told you, I think they need their adjustment was just going on offense. But we will see, because this has been very, very competitive from the giddy up. No pun intended. Here we go on the move. It's going to be picked up here, and well done. That just, well, I told you, watch out for number 2, 3-goal player. He will impress you and leave a smile on your face. Very good polo player. Now, what's funny is Artemio used to be shorter than me, and I walked into the tent the other day and saw him, and now he's taller than me. And, whoa, I was like, wow, Artemio. His brother's very lanky, too. I want to use that term lanky. They're just very tall. They got long arms. Or, they have the ability to do things that you wouldn't think they could do. I think it's actually very helpful in the game of polo. And but I love their horses, again, with this Yatai breeding operation. And, of course, their father's and mother, they back them at a high level. So I like the boys. Back and forth here, 5-4. As I said, should be nip and tuck. Crowder, beautiful gray pony here. On the turn, Jason riding all his own horses. Might have a few mixing in from the Santa Rita breeding operation. On the move, nice ball, Crowder. Laying it out there, and then again, going to be picked up by Ilario, who's always in a great position. On the turn, well done, Santino. Magrini. On the flow, everybody following him behind. Now it'll be Ilario. Very composed, Ilario. Going to the next level, Ilario. On 5, like I said, highest rate is 6. 5 here in the States, but he'll give you that 7. And we get a whistle on the play. So we'll break this down for you. Ilario taking his time from the center. Hits a big ball down the center. Keep an eye on the line on this ball. Crowder. And right there. Now, nice play by Artemio, but coming over the line after. And remember, I told you about that stride and a half, because I love that we've gone to that opportunity to call it like that. And well done by Santos and Pepe. 2 very strong professional umpires that work in the World Polo League. And good call. Penalty 5-8 from the spot. Deuce. Backed up cleanly, Ilario getting it done at the number 4 position. Looking for Santino. Mounted up. Oh, bad luck. All right, they'll regroup right there in front of the World Polo League sign. Field 2 on the other side there. If you're not used to the Grand Champions Polo Club, if you do come on Sunday for our 4 o'clock match, which is all catered and has a cash bar. You can also bring your own sideline setups, and you can tailgate. We'll get a courtesy change here with 3:59 on the clock. And they'll take them in. Neutral chucker going on. And you know what? It's not for me, you can see this happening. I think we're going to have to go into halftime here, and you're going to see a big deal. These 2 teams are going to meet, talk it out. They are very organized, deuce and quite on Z at the highest level. And that's why I say that. Even though it's a 12-goal polo, and that's what I love about the sport of polo. Over the years, back in the day, the lower goal polo that we played was more for fun, and it was just. And now, when you go to even the 6-goal, believe it or not, is so organized. And look at these guys. I mean, they're lined out, talking to each other, figuring it out. They're coming out like a group, a band. I mean, they are ready to go. It is great to see. CTV Sports has an opportunity to bring this to you, and it's just fantastic. See the way the game has grown, and this is a great example of it. Big shout out again to Sieber family for the Sieber Memorial. I remember the Deuce that they are just. We talked about all the wellness centers and of course all the paddle courts that they have, but they also have an organic grocer and a cafe. So you have an opportunity to hang out, lounge, high-speed internet, Wi-Fi, all that. TV's perfect place to go when you're working out and relaxing. And it's right off the highway, about 15 minutes. In a great area in Palm Beach. You can go over to the island afterwards, have lunch. Perfect setup. On the wow, good try, Lario. So I think you can get a safety out of this. We'll see if Lario got a piece of it. Okay, he was trying to save that. And okay. So you're going to get a penalty before. Thank you, guys. So I do apologize. Well done by my group. We have a penalty right there. It would be a right-of-way violation before Alario actually tried to save that and did that Hollywood out of the air shot. Almost got it done. There was a foul before that. Penalty 5A on the right-of-way violation. Here we go. On the move, Santino. Magrini. Still working. Wearing me out. And, we got people saying wide. We got the goal judge saying in. And that looks like in. And the umpire's going to put his hand in the air. So we're going to have a 5-5 ball game here. And well done by Artemio. Let's give a little love to Santino on the assist because Magrini did a lot of work to leave that ball, but perfectly done by Quiet on Z. Watch the replay here. Just leaves it for Artemio, and Artemio, not messing around, shoots the ball cleanly. I like the one-touch polo. Well done by Quiet on Z in the yellow. On the turn, picked up by Lario, number 4 in the purple helmet. He'll work it down. Good rotation. Wow, what a steal here by Bellini. Good play by Santino. Oh, even better play. Good passing by both teams. I'm telling you, I love the 12 goal. On the move, picked up here, control. Going to be Crowder. Going to the control now. Both teams not rushing. I like to change the pace. Santos, Bellini, that's okay. He's got Grant. And Grant's not going to mess around. Trust me, he will play the one touch all day long. He's already been trained by Juan Martin Nero to hit the one ball. And Grant will do that all day long, and I love that style. Off the left side, so a little bit of a mishit, but good thought process. Knocking coming, Lario. We're going to have a sword fight here. Santos, Santino, Magrini. Oh, and Santos going to get called here, fouling the second man. Alario's going to give him a little bit of a talk, but yeah, he's going to get caught here. Keep an eye on Santos right here. Now watch how he goes across the line right there, and then Grant's following the ball. So Santos needs to make a near side play there. This is the problem that happens with a lot of players. You go in and make a hook under the neck, right? So you make the hook, right? Good play. You make the hook. But if you're hooking under the neck 9 times out of 10, when you come across the line, you're going to foul the second man. And in polo, there's always a player following another player. That's what you do. It's part of the game. So you need to watch out. I was taught very early at the 2 goals never to try to make a hook under the neck. Go to the near side, make the hook, stay on the near side, and then you decide whether you want to flip it under the left or you flip it to the right. Open goal, penalty 2. Deuce will have an opportunity with a minute 18 on the clock here to go ahead by a goal. Greg Gansey. And I told you, we probably will not see Grant or Artemio miss another one all day. I'm just going to say that because I've watched them play so many times, and I know how they play. So once they miss one, they get in another zone. Sometimes missing early is not bad, believe it or not, because it puts you in a zone, and then when you get to the 6th chucker and you're on the line to win the game, you got ice in your veins. On to Bolin. Alicia, well done. Zyler, taking him back. Love the chestnut pony. She got great horses. On the move. Ilario, this is going to be a foot race. Well done, Crowder. Get him early. Jason, Oh, well done. Neutral play by Ilario, but picked up by Grant. Well done here. And control there by Justin, taking his man early. But look at this ride-off by Santino. That is well done. Now, the control play by Santino. And now shot on goal. Ooh, maybe better to leave that ball. I'm going to say to Artemio again, but well done by Santino. But sometimes when you're fighting that much with 3 guys around you, you almost need a breath of fresh air, but that looks like that's going to take it to the end right there. So we will end that chukker, and we're going to leave 6-5. So very close game here. They will go to the tent. We're going to take a little break. Beautiful shot of field number 1, Grand Champions Polo Club. There's the halftime stats. Let's check them out. 6-5 right there. You check it out. It's going to be pretty close all the way across the board. Shots on goal. Wow, 8-8. That's pretty cool. So only 1 miss. Knock-ins are right there. Throw-ins are, a little different. Quite on Z, winning a few more than 50%. So that's good for them. They'll be happy about that. And away we go. So we will go to a little break, and we'll let the team get organized. It's a perfect time for you, if you're watching today, to get a snack, because we'll be right back for our second half of the Sieber Memorial Live CTV Sports. All right, welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz. We are live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 1. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for the Sieber Memorial. John Sieber, of course, the family, Sieber family, dynasty family in the game of polo. As I said, as a young gent, I was learning about the game, riding horses at the Royal Palm Polo Club, the original Royal Palm Polo Club, which was on Glades Road. It actually moved. That property was sold. That area now, if you know Boca, you'd understand why it was sold. Mr. Oxley is a very intelligent businessman, and they moved that out further north. And that's a lot of people know the Royal Palm Polo Club for that, but the original polo club was on Glades Road. Sieber Memorial comes to this family, and we're blessed to have this as a big part of the Grand Champions Polo Club. We have 2 teams that are starting out here, but I want to talk about a little bit more about the teams that are playing in the tournament, because there are 4 teams, and when you can get 4 teams that are this good, hallelujah, because we got 90210, Sarah Siegel Magnus, and if you know the lady, she's amazing. Good friend of course, of Melissa Ganzi, and they have been very competitive against each other, but then they've also been a force to be reckoned with when it comes to bringing on the game of polo so many different ways. You know the game of polo. I don't have to talk about it. You understand what they've done together and apart. Hope Ariano will play on that team. Geronimo at 2 goals, 10 goals, woman, 2 goals, regular handicap, so keep an eye on her. Geronimo Obregon, 6 goals, always fun to watch. And what do I want to say? Robertito Zeta at 4 goals. He'll captain the team, and he is a true captain. You go through it again, and then we have Amaro Polo. Amaro, Scott Sabaro, and I got to meet his father. What a great group. It's great to have Amaro Polo back. We got KK, Chris Campson, coming in with Michelle Dorniak. Now, that's going to be a good combination now. They used to play a lot with Nick Manifold. They're switching it up a little bit. Michelle Dorniak is going to come in at 5 goals. You got KK, Chris Campson at 5, Michelle 5. They're going to throw a TBA in there. We'll see who comes onto the field. But that's amazing. And you add that, of course, with Deuce and Quite on Z, and every game is going to be a final. You need to come focused if you're going to play in this 12 goal. If I was playing in it or coaching in it, I looked over the teams and I broke this down last night, and I was blown away to see the strength of both teams because of not just the players, but the organizations are very, very strong, and it takes more than just a good player or good horses to win a polo game. You need a strong organization, and that's from A to Z. You got to win off the field to win on the field, and every one of these 4 teams have that in place. Here we go. Second half action, 6-5. It was 3-3 at the first. It was 5-4 after the second. Deuce, and it was 6-5 at halftime. Deuce with Santos Bellini, Justin Daniels, Grant Danzy, and Jason Crowder. If you're just joining us, welcome. And then Quite on Z in the yellow jerseys, they have Alicia Zeidler, Artemio Figueres, Santino Magrini, and Ilario Figueres. Let's get it on. Comes off the pony there. Bad luck there. Santos trying to take it in. We'll go to a knock-in. Quite on Z. I apologize. Deuce. As it must be going off the other side. I apologize. I thought they came off Santos. I was like, well, I thought it was going to be a safety, but they came off the other side, and here we go. Picked up there, Justin, doing a lot of work in the middle, the man in the red helmet today. And this is what you want. Finally, Santos on the other side. If he gets there, he should go coast to coast, put the butter on the toast, and there you go. High flag. Oh, I guess they had a little chat at halftime. Well done, Juan Bellini. All you needed was Santos get on the other side of the number 4 with the purple helmet, and that's Ilario. And he gets there. Well done. Good finish. Ilario's hustling. He almost got it done, Ilario. Santos on 2 goals. I'm ready 2 goals right now, man. I need to get dropped. That's good polo. Well, great horse too. Setrita breeding operation. Get out of the way. Santos. Oh, well done, Artemio. Good D. Nice ride off by both players. Santino. Oh, Lario. Justin doing his job today. Being the workhorse, Justin. Wearing the 2. That's the job, though. Off the pony. Picked up Crowder. Ooh, they come together there. So, yeah, you're going to get a whistle here. You got to blow a whistle here. This is a difficult play. Keep an eye on both players as they come together here. Are they overlapped? Yeah. So we'll see what direction they call this. This it's a difficult play when you're on the field. It's a lot easier when we look at the video. They're going to give it up to the black. Yellow could argue here and say that they were overlapped and saying that, he was backing into the pony. They're going to say riding into the shot. I'm not going to argue with it. It's a very difficult play on the field. Of course, if the umpires need the technology, we will use it. I'm available as the IRO. But that play they're going to let go, and I agree. Let's just go with it because it's so tough to call that play sometimes. Is the player riding into the shot or is the player hitting them? They decide to go with that. Penalty 5A. Let's go. 7-5. Deuce on the back shot. On the turn, picked up and controlled. Well done, Artemio. Artemio, I'm liking this dark bay pony. Oh. That was a different player. Artemio usually doesn't miss that shot, but it comes off a pony here, and then we get a whistle. Let's see what happened there. Artemio, I figured we'd finish this. He kind of has a little bit of a mishit there. And then Justin takes it forward, but picked up by, I see Alario, and they're going to call it back there. Alario coming in front of Jason. Good call. That ball's going across the field. Alario working 45-degree angle. Jason going, look at this big pony of Jason's. Wow. Coming across the field, he's going to catch him on the right-of-way violation and get the 5A. Uh-oh. Miss hit. Artemio. And he's going to go just wide. I'm still enjoying the bay pony Artemio's on here for the Atai breeding operation. He is getting a lot done. A lot of players like riding their best player in the Ford Chucker. This is going to be a courtesy change. I mean, I played with a lot of high goal players from Adolfo de Memo and Carlos. Oh, man, just line them up. They the Ford Chucker, a lot of people think the fifth Chucker is more important, but actually the Ford Chucker might be probably a little bit more important because you come right out of the tent, you're ready to go. You have the ability to get lined up and figure out what you need to do. That's where the coaching comes in, or the advisors on the sideline. As you can see, big shout out to all the trainers out there. There are a lot. Can't get it done without them. All the players are very, very close to them. We were talking about the breeding operations all year long and talking about how it changed the game of polo. Believe it or not, there are some breeding operations out there that are dropping over 100 babies a year. But what it's done for the game of polo is just make it so amazing. I mean, even at all levels, from the women's to the 6 goal and up, 6-26. We're going to time out here. 7-5 in the fourth. Courtesy change. And it looks like we had a little bit of an issue. So Crowder's going to go and get that figured out. And we'll get a good shot of all the players just keeping the horses ready to go. This is what I love about the courtesy change. I'm going to lie. I wish I had the courtesy change when we played. I was talking to Juan Bellini about that, who's over there coaching right now. We played a lot of games and won a lot of games with some very good friends. And they know who they are. But we were talking about having the courtesy change and how we would have developed our game around it, and it would have been unbelievable. So it's always amazing. Watch the first minute of the courtesy change. Watch what happens. Here comes Santino, fresh legs, trying to get it through. Well done, Crowder. He's going to get called here, but let's take a look. It's kind of interesting play. Santino came in. Let's see if we can take a look at this, guys. Santino gets a turn here. He's clean. Love the chestnut. Oh, I see. Crowder actually comes. Well, you know what? You can't give a guy any negative energy based on just passion and power. But you can see how Crowder came across. He actually fouled the guy that was bumping him. Artemio first hit him too far in front. Then he came across, hit Santino a little late. But, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Well done, Jason. But he's got to get a penalty 2 out of it. I think it's a good call by the mountain officials. And Artemio, I told you that Grant and Artemio will not miss another penalty all day long. So that's going to equalize it. Get it below a goal down, but it equalized the penalty shooting. One by Grant and one by Artemio. It's pretty much what already had. A very clean game for two teams that are defensive-minded. Back to the bowling. Oh, man. Well done, Santos. Did he bring the gray back, or is this another one? I'll find out. Come on, Santos. You got an opportunity. Too hard. Oh, he knew it. Oh, a little tough on the approach there. Always want to hit to the far post. That's all I can say about that. And that's not me. That's Memo. Far post always gives you an opportunity if you miss hit. That's why you always want to try to hit the far post. On the move, you're going to be picked up here and taken. A little different strategy by Quaidon Z with Santino taking the ball knocking. So that means Alario's going forward a little bit. We'll see if that makes a difference. Off the pony. You might get a call. Yeah, you're going to get a call here. You're going to get a foul here. I like this call. This is a good call. Anytime they come to a stop, players come to a stop or come to a delay, and they hit into a horse, unless they're blocking a player, they're going to get a foul called. And I would think you're going to see them drop this for deuce. Penalty 5A, even though it's right there by the line. They can move it to center if they wanted to. But most of the time it will be from the spot. And yes, it will be a 5A. Good call. Great call. Animal safety is the number one passion, and it is advised the game. I like that this has been more introduced to the game over the last 3 years, hitting the ball into a horse or into a player also. And the umpires have done a great job introducing this to the team. Well done, Grant. Good D. Picked up by Lario. Under 2 minutes left here in the fourth. And this has been a very, very strategic fourth chucker. Big ball, nobody home. Gansey will control. Off the boards. Well done, Grant. Beautiful chestnut pony. This might be a loose ball play. I figured Grant was there. Yeah, he got a piece of it. They come together. Artemio working down to a minute here. Artemio on the give and go looking for his brother. Santos overrides, but well done by Justin Daniels. Cleaning it up. Crowder. Alario, Crowder, Santino, Artemio, everybody in on the mix. You can throw a blanket over 7 of them. Whoa, look at this ball by Artemio. Oh, that is a picture-perfect pass by Artemio Figueres. What do you want to say, man? Come on, 3 goals. Well done. Good job. And the thought process is better, and, just to be able to hit the ball out in front. I mean, it's a great play by Santino. He wins the ride off on Grant. That was a neutral play, but then he finishes on the near side with a flip shot with time running down and gets the equalizer. Wow, we got a game for you. Quite on Z, Deuce. Who's going to take home the first game of the Sieber Memorial? We'll find out. Fit Shark coming up. We'll stay with you. All right, welcome back. Here we go. Field 1. Perfect place to start the Sieber Memorial. I love these afternoon games. I hope you're enjoying them. Not much to say, man. This is a battle. Both teams doing a great job keeping each other off the penalty line. It's always fun to watch. And like I said, I mean, I am really keeping my eyes open here for horses because both teams are so well mounted, and now we're getting into the crunch time of the game, you could say. So we'll keep an eye on these 4-legged athletes. And here's one right here as Artemio gets out in front on this black bear. Well done, Grant getting up there. Whoa, Santino and Magrini again, well mounted. Everybody mounted up here. And he's going to pick up his 3rd goal of the day. But this is a rotation play. It starts with Artemio, but then Santino runs by him. Nothing Grant can do. Well done, Grant. I mean, he went to his man, but this is a rotation play. Deuce has to open their eyes up because they are rotating very, very well, quite on Z at the moment. And that could be a little bit of trouble. So we'll see the adjustments happen on the move. Oh, that's horsepower. Well done, Grant. Whistle on the play. Little squirrely there, little squirrely. We'll take an eye on this one. Grant kind of goes at it right here with Artemio. I don't know if he reached right there. He could have, and then right there he's going to get caught getting sideways. But you got to go for it. Penalty 5A. Good call. Quite on Z. I like the non-call in the first call because they're riding each other off. And sometimes when the ball is in the middle, whose ball is it? It's neutral. Memo used to say, every time the ball's in the middle between you and another player, make a play on that ball. It's a neutral ball. If they call a foul on you, they call a foul. But you got to go for those balls. So well done, Grant. But he gets sideways on the second one. Good call. On the move, Crowder. Well done, Santino. Uh-oh. Ooh. You know what? Good non-call, really. He kind of flipped that ball a little bit to the right. And in this game right here, that is consistent with the way they've been calling it. Magrini. Miss hit. Justin, well done. One-timer. Nobody home. Santino, off the pony. Well done, Santos. Now, 2-on-1, Crowder. They need to get one here. Jason. On the move, Crowder. Oh, no. Crowder, are you kidding me? Did Santos, oh, my goodness. Crowder has a true miss hit on the first one, 100%. He'll tell you it's miss hit. And then how they get it done, it looks like he hit it across. We got a replay on this one. He hits across the center. What's the replay on this? Crowder miss hits here. Now the ball's going out of bounds. Look at where it's at on the line. Like inches. Out of the air to Santos. and Santos puts it in, and that is a non-call, great non-call by the officials. Santino's late. 8-8. What a game. Oh. Tricky bounce. It happens. Bad luck for Deuce. Possession for Quite on Z. Ball went out of bounds. Get the 8 count. There comes Santino. So they are rotating around here. Santino, at halftime, Quite on Z, they must have talked a little bit and put Ilario going forward, which it never hurts me. I think Ilario's better going forward. He likes to play the back a lot in the lower goal polo. I love him in the front, personally. But, that's my view on it. So I like this change. Back shot, not enough. Picked up by Ilario, and that's why I like him in front. Bad luck. Gets hit behind the saddle there. A little rub. Consistent with the calls today. And I do apologize. It looks like Gaston Dorniak. Dorniak might be on the field there. I do apologize. As we have 3 Santos, Gaston, and Pepe. I'll make sure I get that right there. But it does look like Gaston. And all 3 umpires top level. I work with them side by side, so we review all the tapes and plays. Grant's going to take a shoe off the field. Thank you, Grant. Clean the field up a little bit. That's why I got a little break here. Also, everybody looking to get organized at 3:56. Opportunity for Quite on Z on the uneven ride-off. The first penalty 4 of the day for Artemio. Looking for, nice tee. Well done, Artemio. You can see how that ball kind of raised up there. I like the black mare a lot. I mean, this mare, he looks very comfortable on. Moves very well. Great confirmation. Here comes Artemio. 60-yard shot. Crowder in the front, defending. Whoa. Everybody taking a swipe at it, but off to the right side, left side here, right side of our end zone camera, left side of Artemio. So not the shot Artemio was looking for. He'll regroup. Here comes Crowder. Well hit again. A little bit too far, backed up by Magrini, looking for Ilario. Flip shot. Daniels, Ilario. And you might get riding in from behind. As Ilario had the ball on the boards. I like the steel gray. Yep, and we're going to get that. So riding in from behind will be the call. Ilario's got the ball on the board. Justin's coming in from behind. You got to be careful. Justin needs to jump the boards there and go near side. That's the play that gets a lot of players messed up. I'm not going to lie to you. I watch a lot of plays, and I try to tell a lot of players when they tell me they question it. You need to make the hook on the near side. Everybody wants to go under the neck with it, or they want to come in. And don't get me wrong, this is the new style of polo. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to change everybody, try to change everybody, but some of the old school tactics still work as psychology. Sigmund Freud, B.F. Skinner, the writings of the past come into play. So big hit here. Let's see what they decide to call. I love this by Santino. He lays it in front. And I guess they're going to say Quite on Z. and no play. That was kind of an interesting. Yeah, that there's a that might be a head scratcher. But Deuce is going to get it. Quidon Z's not worrying about it, and I love that compassion, and that's part of the game. Sometimes calls go the other way you might not like. I would question that one. We'll bring that one up and put it on the list. On a turn. Flip shot picked up, controlled by Santos. Alario. Figueres. Everybody coming in and throwing, and Artemio. Artemio's coming in quickly here. Got control. Miss hit. Picked up by Crowder. Both teams going to the control play. Looking for Santos. Turn around by Alario. He'll leave it for Santino. Magrini. As I said, both teams going to the control play. I'm not a big fan of it, but rock and roll. Call foul on the play. Gonna get a little nip and tuck here. You're going to see these little fouls bounce in when the teams go to these control plays. That's kind of what happens in the new generation of polo. Control play by Santino. And back and forth here. Reaching. So we will get a control play. I like the umpires here allowing the bump, and I want to say like NASCAR rubbing his racing with the first play with Santino and Grant, because Santino's shutting down as Grant goes to ride by him. So they kind of hit each other. So who's really, which player is creating the danger, you could say. So let it play. Then they call the reaching. So I'm into the way the umpires let that go. This is not an easy game at the moment to call. Picked up by Santino. Good help by the horse. And bad luck by the horse. As his pony's going to kick that one over the end line, and we'll get a knock in. 8-8, a minute 32 in the fifth. Get ready, because the six chucker should be a lot of fun. It's been fun all day, but the six chucker is going to really go to another level. Uh-oh, miss hit. Crowder. Ooh. Artemio. Good non-call. He was engaged with Artemio. That is amazing non-call by the mountain officials. Well done with Alario going in there. Two players are coming to the ball. If anything, you're going to call it against Alario for one meeting two. But because Deuce had possession, you let them go. And now we get a whistle. That'll stop the clock just under a minute. On the turn, Santos. And then right there, see how Santino comes across. Fouling the second man, and that ball should go somewhere. So they'll go to center. You got to go, you can't go to a 4 there. That's just too much space. Nobody, unless you got somebody downfield completely by themselves, which I don't think that was there. And so we'll go to center for a 5B. Here comes Crowder. Less than a minute left in the fifth chucker. Tied up. Grant. Oh, unusual mishit there by Grant. Artemio. Look at the way this black mare pins her ears back when she runs. Very, very, very cool to watch that. Alario. Uh-oh. Santos needs to give him a play here. Yeah. Well, they would call delay a game, but the last play, Santos blocked them, so they got to let Alario go here again. I like the non-call, or you call blocking early on Santos, because Santos is all over him right now. I know he wants a foul, but I don't know what they're going to do here. We're going to see. This could be very interesting, because Alario is going to complain about this. They're going to go. They're going to go off the field. We're going to watch it again. We'll see what they decide. But Santos is causing a commotion. And, you could say delay a game on Artemio there, but you got Santos blocking. We're going to see what they call. Let's go take a break. Everybody get a breath of fresh air. Let's get everybody on some fresh horses because this has been a really, really, really tough fit chucker for the mountain officials. Amazing game. Let's go to a little break. We'll be back for our sixth chucker. Hang on tight. Sieber Memorial. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Six chucker action. A lot of action going on here. Not an easy fit chucker. I'm going to bow on that. On the calls. Very, very tight game. Good horses. A lot of ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving, ducking and diving, as we say. Some interesting calls back and forth. And then some interesting one-on-one plays. They're going to go with delay a game here. I can't go against that. I'm going to say, though, they got to watch the shading. That is happening, and we will see how they work it out. Here we go. Six chucker, 8-8. Everybody seems very well organized and controlled. And around we go with Lario. On the move, picked up here and controlled, taken by Crowder. Opening up a little bit more than the fifth. It was all a control game. Ilario and Grant on the turn. Ilario, well done on the pickup. Justin needs to come in hot. Ilario's got time. Justin gets there a little bit too late, and Ilario's going to pick up the goal. Well done here by Ilario. And we will come back to the center, so they'll take the lead here early in the sixth chucker. Ilario back on the gray ponies, switching them up. Like I said, I mix them up all day long. I can't tell you. He told me all the names one day, but it's so hard to tell. They're all great horses. He seems to get a lot done on every one of them. On the move, though. Everybody mounted up here in the sixth chucker. Look at this. Justin Daniels on his first approach. Crowder goes for the neutral play. Turned around and controlled by Artemio. And stolen away. And here comes Daniels. Justin. Oh, no. Off the left side. You might have room here, though. Near side, next shot. Are you kidding me? What a save by Ilario Figueres. That ball had eyes all day long, and we might have a true coast-to-coast run. This will be the second of the day for Ilario. He has a little miss hit at center. That's going to give everybody time to get back. And there you go. That's what's going to happen. Look at this. Turn the defense into offense, and away we go. Here comes Grant Gansey mounted up on the bay pony. Look at the confirmation on this mare as he takes it into the corner. Not the shot he wanted, though, on the first one. He's got to go to the corner. That's going to give Artemio time to get back. Now he's going to go for the one-timer. And that ball's going to go a little wide. So we are in again for a very, very interesting six chucker. A lot of time left, 1 goal difference. On the move here, it will be, okay. looked like Justin was looking for well, I like the non-call because Alicia she was actually riding by him, and he wanted a moving blocking call there, but I like the non-call because Alicia was not trying to, and it did not make a difference in the play. On the turn. Picked up here in control. Justin getting a lot done here. Now Grant. Remember, Grant and Justin in the middle of the Deuce team. Deuce trying to take it in here. Back and forth. Crowder working hard. Got to get around Santino. Near side neck shot. Oh, my goodness. What a shot by Jason Crowder right before the courtesy change. That is huge. You don't understand how big that is. I mean, if you're going to finish, look at this finish anyways. Behind, in front of Santos. Santos ready for the finish. Again, good spacing by Deuce. And that will take us to our courtesy change. We'll stop the clock as they get organized there. Right around 3 minutes. And, of course, Bellini right there in the white shirt. Coach Bellini doing a good job. I got to tell you, whatever he told me at halftime, it definitely is working. But I'm going to give it up to Quite On Z also. They did a great job with their changes. They flipped around, put Santino more to the back. That brought Ilario Figueres forward. That has worked. Ilario scored a couple goals doing that. Don't get me wrong, Santino has had a great game, and he has exercised some very strong plays. He's got 3 goals on the day. So it's coin flip. I'm gonna tell you, we're going to overtime. These two teams are just so well balanced, and again, and working real well. We'll go back to center. Remember, everybody on fresh legs. That's what I love about the courtesy change. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left. 9-9. Good luck. Santino. Magrini. Watch him grow from a baby. So proud of his development. Pickup. Crowder. Staying strong. Oh, this is what I like. Get Santos on the offensive side and put it away, Santos. Yeah. That is what I am talking about. I told you in the first 2-3 chuckers, Santos was on the backside. You don't want to look at the big number when you're the number one. You want to be on the other side. They put him on the other side. Yeah, you take some risks. Maybe they turn it out. But the way Crowder's hitting the big ball, you need to have Bellini on the goal-scoring side of Ilario. They did that, and it's worked out well. That's his second goal here in the second half, and that's going to give him a 1-goal lead. Very well done by Deuce. Back and forth on the bowling. Artemio. Oh, no. Artemio mounted up here on the Bay Pony, and that's what happens. Nice try, Santos. But Artemio getting it done. Man, this is good horsepower. Both sides. Well done by the number 2 in yellow. Fantastic 12-goal polo game. I mean, this looks more like 16-goal polo. Trust me. On the move. Picked around, turn around. Or Santino. Loose ball play left. Open play, good non-call. Crowder on his own. Getting help from Grant. Well done, Grant Gansey. No. Oh, no. They're going to call foul. Got me, man. I gotta look at this one. I have the advantage, of course. It looked like Crowder went to turn it. The ball's going straight down on the right. Now, Artemio comes in. Well, you're going to get a foul here against Grant. And I guess you're going to call it on Crowder for the turn. That's a tough call. I thought Grant got there in time, but again, on the field, timing is a lot different than we get the advantage with the drone, and but they will call that. That's fine. It's going to be from the spot here. They're not going to move the ball. No possession for Quite on Z. So from the spot, I like that. Artemio from about 80. And that ball is well hit. Woo! Just off to the right, though. But well hit. So we'll keep it at 10-10, and I told you we might go to overtime. This is the type of game I wouldn't mind seeing an overtime in because both teams have played so well. You know, you hate to see you got to see a winner, so we will find out. Let's go. Let's see if they can get it done. Under a minute left here. In possession, Crowder can Deuce go coast to coast. Santos, Bellini, Tato. Oh, stolen away by Magrini. Clean. Uh-oh. Oh, inside play. Good non-call. They're letting him go. Loose ball off the pony. Santos leaning way back out of the saddle. Cleaned up by Grant Ganzi. Nobody home. Alario on the back shot. Looking for Artemio. He's got it. 12 seconds. Oh, and you're going to get a whistle on the play. So Artemio seems to come from nowhere here. And we'll see what they call. I think he might have fouled as he went to the man right there. Yeah, Grant's got the line, and Justin's not bumping. I like this call, and I like him taking the center. I'll break it down for you. Artemio's coming from right to left, so Grant's got the line. Remember, it's usually the players following the ball, which the ball was rolling, but Grant was 100% on the line, and that's a big deal. Being 100% on the line is a big deal, and you need to live and die by that if you're an umpire. I love that they went to the 100% rule because way back in the day, 100% rule was not in effect. Now you got to be 100% when you meet the ball. Grant was definitely 100%, so that takes all those other players out. Now, if Justin was bumping Artemio before the play, then it'd be one meeting too. But he was not. Artemio went to him. Great call. Center hit. And Crowder is going to finish it. Are you kidding me? With 4 seconds on the clock. K. Golasso, Jason Crowder. If we can run that back one more time because I was breaking it down, let's just do it. Crowder on the 5A. One tap from 130 yards. And Alario can do nothing. And that ball went 150 yards. What a game. Man, I got to give it up. I want to give it up to both teams here. Deuce, congratulations, Santos Bellini. Justin Daniels, look at this, how close this is going to be. On shots on goal, this is where Quite on Z, they had some problems. They missed 4 of them. Look at the knock-ins, and that's a big deal. 9 knock-ins for Deuce. That means Quite on Z, they missed too many goals. Throw-ins, they won more. They were killing it there. They committed 3 more fouls, but that's not a big deal. Great job on the stats there, guys. But to break it down, Quite on Z, when you miss the goal, that's when you have problems. So they'll work on that. But there's a lot of pole to be played. Again, this is the Sieber Memorial. Congratulations. Quite on Z, I want to welcome back Alicia Zeidler, Artemio Figueres, Santino Magrini, and Alara Figueres. What a game. And congratulations, that man right there, Jason Crowder, hitting the big bomb, the pressure shot to win it by a goal. Well done, Deuce. I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I want to say thank you for making us leaders in polo broadcasting. And remember, when you watch CTV Sports, always understand that we always say we love the polo.